What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Vancouver Canucks be a GM mode. So we started off really hot at the start of the year, and we had hopes of maybe squeaking into the playoffs, but we really are not a playoff team. We are currently last in the NHL, dead last. I'm talking 30th out of 30th. We are the bottom feeder right now, and we have one comment to go over before I hop into the trade deadline and probably getting the whole entire year done, and then moving on into the draft where hopefully we can build for what is going to be a really exciting next year for this team. So there's a bunch of comments, but I chose one here. I don't want to bog you guys down with comments. And Nate Dogg Production says, I love how you're rebuilding this team. Next year, I don't think you'll be in the playoffs, but the year after that, make the run for the cup, because Matthews will be 90 to 92 overall. Try to be a decent team. Resign everyone again this offseason. Don't change the team. Let them grow together. Pretty much says let them gel together, let them grow as a team together. And there's some parts that are going to be a part of this team, and there's some parts that I'm looking to off right now. And one of them is Sven Berchi. You guys kept on telling me to get rid of this guy. He's not doing anything for you, so I'm going to put him on the block. He's got 2 years left at a pretty much an entry-level deal. I don't think he's really going to be anything for us. Is there anyone else we can chuck on here? We're not going to get rid of Alexander Edler. Definitely not getting rid of Bobby Dugan. Fontaine, no. Carl Gunnarsson, maybe. He's got the big contract, though. That was kind of an impulse sign at the trade deadline, because I didn't know that Ben Hutton would actually be 80 overall, and he is definitely NHL ready. He's definitely going to play next year, so maybe we'll have to look at moving Carl Gunnarsson in the offseason, or maybe at this draft if we can sneak him in. Also, who else do we have? We have Yannick Weber, who we can potentially move as well. So I'm looking to move one of those two defensemen, and I'll definitely trade Sven Berchi at the trade deadline. But for what? That is the question. So let's hop into the trade deadline itself here. And a lot of you guys are hating on Sven, and really he hasn't done a whole lot for our team. I'll quickly go ahead and look at his stats. He's currently a third line left winger, and his trade value is pretty much nothing, which kind of sucks for us. But he's minus 18, 16 points. He's going nowhere fast. So let's see if any team actually wants him. So Boston wants him. If I could get a third, okay, you don't have a third. I won't go to you. Who else wants him? Tampa wants him. Would a third go through for Sven Berchi? I would probably go through. I could probably squeeze a second, to be honest. I could probably get my second back. A second, if I gave them maybe Yannick Weber, would you guys be interested in that? Yannick Weber or Carl Gunnarsson? They are interested in them both. They could accept both of them. Would you do Sven Berchi and Yannick Weber for a second round pick? Yannick Weber is decent enough. And I wish I could trade Carl Gunnarsson, but I'm looking at the cap, and I simply don't think it can happen. They won't be able to take Carl Gunnarsson because it's too much cap. So it'll have to be Yannick Weber, because I do actually want to play Ben Hutton this year. He is listed as a top 6 defenseman. He is definitely ready to go. Two-way defenseman. He's ready. He is prepared. He's prepped for the NHL. He's 23 years old. He is ready to come up and play. So let's go put Yannick Weber in there and get Carl Gunnarsson out of there. I mean, this might go through. If not, I'll just trade them both for like a third round pick. But let's see here. Sven Berchi, Yannick Weber to go to Tampa Bay for a second. Didn't go through. Yeah, so they didn't want that trade. They don't want to take a whole bunch of cap. So let's go back there and let's see if they'll accept a third for both of those players. It's kind of a cap dump, kind of more a cap dump than anything, and it does really relieve some cap. How about Carl Gunnarsson for next year's third round pick, Columbus? No, they want to sweeten it just a touch. Okay, I could probably make that happen with Columbus. Get a third round picks for next year for Carl Gunnarsson. I could probably make that happen. I can add like a 7th or something. They'll probably take that. Third from next year, I'll throw in the 6th and the 7th round pick for next year. Going to be nothing, and we're going to get rid of a player that is going to be nice, actually. Carl Gunnarsson going to get rid of a lot of cap. No, you said sweeten it just a touch. What are you talking about? You know what? Give me this Colby Cave kid for Sven Berchi. Will they take that? There you go. He is like 2.5 stars. I've been trying to trade these guys, but every single team is just not allowing it. They say I have to put this player on waivers or this player, so I might have to trade them for like nothing prospects, which isn't really a terrible thing. Let's go ahead and try to move Carl Gunnarsson here for like, again, like a no-name prospect or something like that. I don't know what else to do here. Oh, it worked! Finally, Robert Bertuzzo. I don't even care. Go back to St. Louis. Thank you. We got that trade done. There you go. Okay, so they actually placed Joe Vitale on waivers. Edmonton sent down there, blah, blah. So what other moves did we miss? Nothing. Nothing happened, so that's good. Okay, so finally, it's over. We got rid of the 2 guys that we wanted to get rid of, and Joe Vitale on waivers. Corey Potter, 33 years old. No. Scott Gomez. Scotty G. Scotty Gomez, no thank you, and Joe Vitale, no thank you. So, GM rep has gone up, that's good news. So we ended up trading, who did we end up trading? Sven Berchi for Colby Cave, and then we ended up trading Carl Gunnarsson for Robert Bertuzzo, which honestly isn't really any massive trades, but now what we gotta do is we have to call up Brandon Prust, or we have to call up Derek Dorsett. Probably gonna have to call up Derek Dorsett, and we're gonna have to call up Ben Hutton as well. But we're gonna have to send down this Cave guy, and Hamilton's gonna have to be put down there. Ben Hutton, welcome to the NHL, buddy. Ben Hutton, you are now going to be a legit NHLer. Derek Dorsett there, and I'm actually going to put go ahead and put Jake Virtanen on the 3rd line with Austin Matthews, give him a bit more experience there. So that's all good and dandy. Wilson, no, we want Ben Hutton in there. Ben Hutton, absolutely. We'll send Wilson down. I don't even know why he's up here. Bertuzzo can go down if you will get claimed on waivers again. I really don't care. And Wilson, goodbye. He got claimed on waivers. That's totally fine. That makes me happy. And there's a couple comments saying that Yakupov should not be killing penalties, and it kind of makes sense. It really does. So we'll go ahead and put Killorn there instead. And now we are pretty much ready to go after a stupid trade deadline. It took so long to trade those guys. Let's put Ben Hutton on the 4-on-4 line right there. Sorry, that's my iPad going off. But the Utica Comets are going to unfortunately lose a key member of their defense core, but it's okay. It makes room for younger guys, and we are now ready to finish off this year. Thank God. That was a dumb trade deadline. So let's finish it off here, and I mean, I would say finish up strong, but since we are in a lottery spot, we could just kind of go for the bottom. I don't really know who's available yet, and we're just losing games like left and right. Alexander Semin hasn't scored a goal in a long time and stuck at 25 for quite a while, but at this point, if we get another 1st overall pick, that's just the way it landed. I didn't expect that. That was not my goal starting with this year, but in the comments, you guys were saying it's not really a bad thing. If that, it's not terrible if you guys end up actually getting another maybe top 3 pick. Maybe we'll lose the lottery this year. Last year, we actually won the lottery, which was crazy, and we ended up obviously picking Austin Matthews with the 1st overall selection. How do we beat the Hawks? Really? 28, 35, and 6. We're just going to finish off the entire year. We'll slow sim the last couple of games, but Alexander Semin stuck on 25 goals. Someone needs to get that guy going. Yakupov, get your Russian friend going. Come on, feed him some pucks. Alexander Semin is wanting the goals. Only 25. I mean, 25 is good. That's what I was expecting, but he's been stuck on it for like 10 games. Hasn't scored in a long time. I think one thing that could be integrated in GM mode, how do we beat these awesome teams? One thing that I think could be integrated in GM mode is to see how players have performed in their last 10 games. Maybe like a stat sheet of their last 10 games. I think that would be pretty cool to go in depth with that. Maybe that's something I'll pass on to the EA devs. That's actually a really good idea. I am a genius. But let's go 2-0 loss there against, we got Crosby and then we got Ovi right in the next night, and we lose against Crosby, but we win against Ovi somehow. Alexander Semin now has 26 goals. I don't know when he scored that, but finally gets one up against the Dallas Stars, and we lose 2-1. There you go. Okay, so we're getting losses 30, 40, and 6. The season is almost wrapped up. We're almost Dunskies here. It is almost over. Did we win? We did win there against Calgary. We won the one game. We actually won 2. Take 2 away from the Calgary Flames here. We now officially have 3 games games left in the NHL season, and we're on a 3-game winning streak. Let's make it a 6-game winning streak to end it off. I don't even care. Let's go up against the LA Kings here, who have had our number all year. Holy shit, Kopitar has 65 assists. Wow, okay, Kopi. Let's go. First period, 2-0. Marian Gaborik and Drew Doughty. Period number 2, 2-0, and we get shut out. Didn't even get a goal for Vasilevsky. That's fine. I told Vasilevsky, I was like, buddy, it's going to be a rough year. It's not all your fault. I promise you, it's not all your fault. You're going to be a key member of this team, and just take this year, just take it on the chin, take it like a champ. You will be fine. We got 2 games here left against the San Jose Sharks. Doesn't look like these games really mean anything. Vasilevsky comes with a 1-0 shutout victory. What a beauty. We would need a goalie. We could go after a defenseman in the queue, a couple players there. We'll go scout them. And we get one last game here. Andrei Vasilevsky going out on a good note. First period. Oh, never mind. 4-1. Hansen gets a goal. We actually started Markstrom, so it's not Vasilevsky's fault. So period number 2, 5-1, 3-6-1. They stomped all over us. Markstrom might not be back next year. Honestly, Markstrom has not had the greatest of years. He's honestly sucked really, really bad. I think his record is just terrible. But where do we end up finishing in the standings? Bo Horvat, 26 goals. Atta boy. The Comets have won 9 straight. So our HL team looking to be pretty good without Ben Hutton there. So wins were 6th place with 28 points, nowhere even close. Tavares, Stamkos, Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn. We'll go all into depth there afterwards, but there's a quick look. Nick Leddy's 71 assists. My goodness. And we finished with 74 points, leaving us the worst team in the NHL. The worst team. Number 30, bottom feeder. Number 30 by quite a few points, actually. So, yeah, it was a bad year. I didn't expect us to be that bad. Again, we started off hot, and we just could not keep it all together. Not a very good year at all. But it's not a bad year. Well, I guess it is a bad year, but I was hoping out of more. Honestly, I was hoping for more out of the team is what I'm trying to say. Let's go here. Let's see. Nelyakpov, 57 points in his first year with the Vancouver Canucks, -9. He had 1 less point than he had last year, although he did play 1 less game, and he was a -9 instead of a +9. So Alexander Semin, 49 points, 26 goals. Kind of what I hoped out of him. That's really nice to see. Darren Helm, 49 points. A career high for Darren Helm, 20 goals, 29 helpers. Bo Horvat, 48 points. That's fantastic. Although he was a minus player, I don't think really too many people are going to be a plus player, actually. Austin Matthews, now 83 overall, 31 points in his rookie campaign. Jake Virtanen, 9 goals, 8 assists. His plus minus actually not even that bad for playing on the 3rd and the 4th line for the entire year. He had a -7 record. Yannick Weber, all that stuff. How'd Ben Hutton do? 2 points, -1. That's not too bad. I can't really blame him for that. Rookie goalies not up there. Skaters, there you go. Goaltenders, 6 and 11. Yeah, he really didn't play that well. Vasilevsky, can't really blame it on him. We didn't have a very good showing at all. Had the 1 assist there, and he actually ended up having how many shutouts? 3 shutouts, so that's not that bad. You can't blame Vasilevsky. Honestly, you can't blame any of our goaltenders. We did not have a very good year at all. So John Tavares ran away with the scoring title. 51 goals, 56 assists. Wow, John Tavares, what a monster. Steven Stamkos, Tyler Seguin, Jimmy Benn, Kopitar, Datsyuk, Crosby, Nash round out your top 8, and then Kane and Ryan Getzlaf are in the top 10. 71 points for Nick Leddy. 71 assists for Nick Leddy. That is crazy. That is just ridiculous. Plus 39 for Jake Muzzin. He had a really good year. Rookie goalies, who's all up there? This guy apparently 77 overall, didn't play. He actually played very, very well. Connor Hellebuck was a guy who we were going to go after, but we decided to go for Vasilevsky instead. Rookie skaters in the NHL, Duclair, 55 points. Duclair and Max Domi are killing it in Arizona. Artemi Panarin there, 44 points. All these guys there. Jake Virtanen there in 6th place. And wins, there you go. We're not up there, but there's a good look for you. So I'm going to go ahead and skip till the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs. playoffs, and then we will show you guys who won the cup, and then we'll see the top draft picks for next year. And then I will show you guys what is going on for next year. So our AHL team actually did pretty good. We're actually in the playoffs against our AHL team, so I might actually show you guys that. Hunter Shinkaruk, 32 goals, and Nikolai Ehlers, 58 assists. That first line is just lethal. That is such a good first line. Up against the Ice Caps, who have a pretty good record, and we lose, unfortunately. Pretty much an identical record, and we lose 2 games there. Oh, we go out on a losing streak. Don't go out. Come on, get the victory there. Oh my god, go out on a losing streak. Maybe they're nervous because we're all watching them. Maybe they're just nervous. Maybe we didn't make the playoffs. Maybe we lost those 4 games and we actually missed the playoffs. Wow, I thought we were going to be in a playoff position, but I guess we just missed it because we blew the last 4 games there. Oh no, Utica. Oh, wow, if they would have won that, they would have easily been in the playoffs. That's a huge disappointment for them. Oh my god, that sucks. Poor guys in Utica, just blew it there. Oh no. Okay, so Nikolai Ehlers, how did he do in his first pro season? 91 points in 76 games. Holy crap, this line was absolute fire. 90 points. Oh my god, did they all have 90 points each? Hunter Shinkaruk had 66, but he didn't play on the first line for the whole year, so I'm not going to blame him on that, but those 2 guys together might have some chemistry. Might have to think about that in the NHL. That's awesome. And then Bachman there was in the cage, but like I said, let's go to the end of the playoffs, and then we will do a little update at the end of the year. Wow, I cannot believe this. The Nashville Predators win the Stanley Cup. Frederik Andersen wins the Stanley Cup. Oh, you scumbag. After not coming to Vancouver over like $500,000, he goes and wins a cup. I mean, that's obviously understandable. That one hurts. That's putting salt in the wound. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's check out the awards really quickly, and then we will see the top rated skaters, and that is going to be the end of this episode. So, Nashville Predators won the cup. Stamkos won the Rocket Richard. Ted Lindsay, no surprise, went to John Tavares. Frank J. Selke, or I guess the Datsuk Award, went to Pavel Datsuk. Bill Masterton, Dennis Seidenberg. Oh, of course, Frederik Andersen and Pekka Rinne. They both share the William M. Jennings. Vezina went to Corey Schneider. Conn Smythe went to Pekka Rinne. Calder, yep, Steven Stamkos. Nick Leddy won the Norris. Actually, no surprise there. 71 assists or something. That's crazy. So let's see here who are the top rated draft eligible skaters, because I assume we're going to have the first overall pick unless we lose the lottery. So this guy, Argentino is his name, and he is a 4 Green Star skater. He actually had a defenseman of 4 Green Stars, 19 years old. Okay. Argentino, 6'4", 199, 2-way defenseman. He could be something. He could be something special. Keith Cope, Nolan Patrick. There's actually people in the comments telling me that this guy's a dickhead or something like they go to school with him and he's an asshole or something. So I might not pick him. But I mean, there's a few skaters out there, Joe Gattenby and Argentino. I like him. Argentino, the Canadian. What about any goaltenders available? A couple top 5s, but I'm really not interested in a goaltender. I'm more interested in a defenseman because we drafted Matthews last year. So Argentino, I think he might be our guy. You guys can let me know in the comments down below if you've ever seen this guy before. But until then, I will see you guys in the draft. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a good draft for us. We're hopefully going to draft a top defenseman, and then we will move on into next year. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.